Oh, we're live.
Is it going?
Hmm.
I don't see it.
I see it.
Why would you see
Well,
it?
it's got the little YouTube. I can see the little YouTube thing in the corner, so I know we're live.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, we're live. Oh, and it's gonna
Okay.
do the freaking repeat back to you thing.
Oh God, I don't see it. Oh my
I
God.
see it. I feel like you have to mute that or something. I don't know how
Well,
that.
it's
Works.
got the little YouTube. Yeah, I do, but that doesn't make any sense. But whatever. Okay. I am. So what are we? Day 13, 12? What are we? What day is it?
We don't even
I don't
remember.
even know. What
No, we're day 13. We're day 13. Day
is it?
13. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. What is your problem? Don't mess with me. Okay. Day 13 of our 21-day challenge of speaking our wants. So we just got off a Zoom with one of our freaking amazing friends, mentors, um, and all the people in the group. And I don't know about you, but it made me cry, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's one of those things. Um we sell ourselves short a lot of times. It's just mindset stuff, right? It's things that we tell ourselves, these we're not thinking big enough, or we're scared to think too big, or we've got life issues, traumas that have happened to us that are now in this time holding us back somehow, and we have to break through that stuff. And it's challenging, man. It's really challenging. I can relate to the not thinking big enough and being scared to think way bigger, because you can't even comprehend, you can't even perceive what it would even look like, and if you could even get there, and all these things, doubts start to enter your mind, and we have to break through that stuff, right?
so how can we put that into a want
Yeah,
with
I
this
I
challenge?
would say I want, and tell yourself that I want, and then whatever that want is, make it as big as possible, right? Like
So,
ours, like, so mine is, I want 100 doors, I want 100,000 a month, I want a successful business, I want, all these things, right? These are part of my wants, right?
so
And
on the
even
one, wait, can
that's
I?
not even big enough. That's not even big enough.
Yeah, so I want to ask you a question about that because
Yeah.
one of the things that Jesse brought up was, would you die for your family, right? And I said the question is, would you live for your family?
Well, it's a lot harder to live than it is to die.
It is because we can play it small and say, yeah, if somebody is in danger or whatever, yeah, I'd absolutely lay my life on the line for them. That's easy, I think. That's like, I don't even think people have to stop and think about that. Even if it's not family or anything, right?
Right.
If you can help and you see something, you're gonna do what you can, right? But when you're faced with first certain situations in life and you have to do things that aren't as comfortable, are you willing to push yourself? Are you willing to live bigger for yourself, for your family, to give those things, not materialistic things? I'm not never speaking of materialistic things, but are you willing to give more of yourself, learn more to make that a better life or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy, in my opinion, like I said, yeah, I'll die for someone, but can you really truly live, put in that effort for someone, for yourself, for your dreams, any of it, right?
Yeah. I So this is how our mentor put it. He said it, and it really resonated. He said, how many of you guys, and anyone listening to this, how many of you guys would die for your family? Like put a one in the chat if you would die for your family, right? And of course, everybody started putting ones in the chat. Of course, I would die for I would die for my loved ones. Would you die for the people you love, for your wife, your spouse, your, mother, your father, your siblings? Would you die for the people you love? Of course, right? Wasn't even like took 2 seconds to put a one in the chat. No, most people did. I think everybody did. You would hope so, anyway. But then the question was, so everybody agreed in here that you would die for your family. Would you wake up early for your family? Would you wake up at 5 a.m. for your family? Would you do create a YouTube channel for your family? Would you do a presentation, a talk in front of a bunch of strangers for your family? Would you and possibly look like a fool doing it? Would you do that for your family? That's the kind of stuff where people have to stop and go, uh-oh, right? Would you put yourself around the right people for your family? We could keep going with this, right?
And what do you think? Like, I think that so far we're doing a lot of that ourselves, right? Like we have to get up earlier, we have to do this, or we get to do this, right? We get to do certain
Yeah, we
things,
get to do this.
you
Yeah.
know, but we chose to do those things, not just for our families, but for ourselves, right? For a better life than what we thought we had or whatever, we wanted something different, right?
Yeah.
Than the normal everyday thing that we've been taught to do, right?
Oh,
Then
yeah, I can tell you, you and I are doing something way different than we've done in the past, right? We're doing something way different than we did last year. And that's what you have to do if you want different results, if you want better results, if you want what you're after.
right.
Especially, it's like, and Jesse said this too. By the way, our mentor we're talking about is Jesse Stanton. If you guys don't know who he is, go look him up and
Check
go
out his, yeah,
go
he's
check
got,
out the Growth Co.
yeah.
Yeah. I think probably most people watching this with us will probably know who Jesse is. But again, if you don't know, go check out the Growth Co. on Facebook and go
And
check out
YouTube.
Jesse Stanton. And join it. Join it. So uh, one of the things that Jesse was talking about, besides like, hey, what would you do to, you know, better your life and better your family's life? And Pansy's point was, would you live for your family? That's a lot harder than dying for your family, in my opinion. It requires accountability. It requires potentially failing at stuff, or it requires all kinds of scary things that people don't want to deal with, right? Um, so Jesse was talking about, for his first year in real estate, and he said he lost a bunch of money, made $1,200 for, 80, not even 80, like hundreds of hours of work, made $1,200 for the year, lost a bunch of money, right? So he failed hard his first year in real estate. I can relate to that. I failed hard my first year in real estate. I lost a bunch of money. I don't even think I made, no, I did make more than, anyway, I made a little more than 1,200 bucks, but I failed really hard, right? Also on top of that. So, um, and so the idea is, if I failed hard in my first year, and I got these results, well, if I want to continue getting these results, then all I've got to do is just keep doing the same stuff I'm doing, right? But if you want different results, now you really have to take a look at what you're doing, how you're measuring it, and where you want to get to, and do something different, right? Really do something different if you want those different results. So anyway, that all resonated really, really a lot with us. And there was a lot of people that talked in the group about, you know, some of their struggles, and Jesse showed us a video. What's her name? I just
Amber,
yeah,
Amber McCullum.
Amber McCollum, amazing
She is
human being.
definitely an amazing person.
Yeah, amazing human being. Did just a, you know, just super brave. She has a bunch of physical ailments, but she's not let that stop her. She gets up in front of big rooms of people. She's become an amazingly successful capital raiser and asset manager, or capital manager. I forget the exact title, but regardless, she's become wildly successful, way beyond what she was doing before. I mean, she went from 500 bucks, I think something like that, raising 500 bucks or doing something like on a really small level to doing, you know, big numbers, millions, right?
50 mils, right?
Yeah.
She's
Well, what her goal this year is 50 million, or
was it this year or was it because
that might have been the last year. Yeah. So,
yeah,
but
I don't know.
I don't know
Like
when.
there
Yeah.
was so much there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's just I she inspires me very much because I mean I experience, you know, many struggles too with my physical health and you know, so it's and like I want to let it take me down sometimes. And I mean I have let it take me down in the past. Um, but I chose to live. Going back to would you live for your family, right? I chose to live for myself and my loved ones and do more than what I was doing before. And while I've done a good job of doing more of certain things, I know that I could do even more than that.
Yep.
And so I want to continue to get my strength and um, take those bigger, you know, chances.
Yep.
Because I know that we could do a lot of cool things, you know. I know that we could get big. I know we could, whatever we set our minds to and decide to do, we could do it,
Yes. Yep.
you know,
Agreed.
and we have the community to do it with now,
Yep.
right? Like I didn't have the community before to do it, you know, and now I have that. So
Yep.
I want to be able to do, you know, utilize the community properly and all the knowledge. I didn't fail hard my first year like you guys did. Um, you know, I didn't have to experience the financial portion like that, you know, losing money. I mean, I've invested money into my education. I wouldn't call that a loss at all. Um, and invested in making it to events to get in bigger rooms to get around people doing the same thing and everything and didn't really make anything yet, right? I mean, I was given gifts, which is awesome, like because I got to go places that I never would have thought that I would go. And so I've gotten a lot out of what I've put in. So I know when I give more, I'm going to even get even more than that,
Yeah.
you know.
I love that. I love that. So I would just put to everybody, you know, really, if you got results that you didn't like this last year, then it's time to do something different. And it's time to really double down on your wants and your vision, because that's what's going to carry you through the difficulties that are sure to come, right?
All right.
So, and just know, like Pansy and I are not in any rush to go get a bunch of deals. Like we want, don't get us wrong, we have a goal, we have a place we're trying to get to, but we're not going to put ourselves in a position because of like things like FOMO, right? Or being careless because you think you're getting behind because you think other people are in competition with you and someone else is going to get all the good deals. Stop thinking that way. That's competition mindset. That's what I call it, competition mindset. And when you're in that competition mindset, you're not being creative. You're thinking about how to go and get and go as fast as you can. And that's when people make mistakes. That's also when people step on other people to get where they need to go. Don't think that way. There's abundance out there. There's plenty to go around, and there's more coming. I think it was Brent Daniels. Brent Daniels did a short video on YouTube, and he said, like, hey, do you guys realize that there at any given time in the United States, there's something like 48 to 50 million properties in some level of distress? He's like, that's not like 40 or 50 million, this year, and maybe next year it'll be 40. He's like, no, that's at all times. At all times, there's 40 to 48 to 50 million distressed or problem properties that are waiting for people to solve those problems and take over those assets, right? That's just one example of the kind of abundance we're talking about. So stop with the competition mindset. There's plenty to go around, and you don't need to rush into especially a bad deal. If that's why you don't have to do this stuff alone, right?
Sure.
I made the mistake early on of trying to figure all these things out on my own, and that was just stupid. You don't have to do that,
Well,
right?
don't call yourself stupid.
Well, it's
If you
just
say
it's
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 stupid. Look, we all have to start somewhere
right.
and kind of stumble around sometimes before we realize that we don't have to do it by ourselves, that there are other people.
Well, it's stupid because I knew that and I still did it, right?
Well, I wouldn't call yourself stupid
Okay,
again.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, you're right.
But yes, you're correct. We choose like to, no, we could do it faster or whatever, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. Other people might slow us down, or we think it's competition or whatever. But we're not thinking of that. We're thinking of the positive side.
yeah.
Like
So yeah,
join forces with people, with us, right? There's more than one way to get things done. The biggest takeaway, like I want to say from Jesse, is that I got out of it was remember your why and don't play it small. Like go big.
yeah. And don't be afraid to think big.
Yeah.
Like push through that, right? That's why when we're talking about our wants and we're talking about visualizing what you want, that's why that's so important, because when you start to develop that picture in your mind of what it really looks like for you in that place where you've gotten what you want, then it becomes real and it's not as scary. It's like you're visualizing it. You can
I
see it.
don't know about you, but when I visualized some stuff that like I wanted, or I didn't even know that it wasn't even that I wanted it. It was just after listening to mentors and whatnot and realizing that how possible it is to like just see so many things happening and actually feel and believe that the things that I've wanted to do most of my life to help others and, to for myself and my family and friends, everyone, right? When I realized it was actually possible, that freaked me out. And like this wave of all these different pictures kind of like
Interesting.
happen, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm like, whoa, can I freaking handle this? This is a lot. This is a lot, right? And it wasn't like it was a lot of work. It was, I'm gonna have all of these people coming to me because I decided not to play it small.
Yep. And that scared you?
Yeah, because now I have to be able to freaking like come through, right? For these people
People are
and
depending on
show
you.
them that you can do something different than what you've been taught, right? And that you can live and take care of yourself, your family, and do it by doing the things that you love the most. And yeah, that scared me because I'm like, how am I going to handle all of this? I'm one person. How am I going to handle all of this? Yes, I
Well,
have
yeah.
other people, but I'm saying like they're over there and they're over there and they're over there. Like, how do I make sure that the people coming and asking for those resources and stuff, how do I make sure that they get those resources,
Mhm.
get to those people,
Yep.
you know?
Yep. Yeah, I know that is scary. Well, it's intimidating.
Yeah,
Should be scary, it's intimidating, and maybe you're doubting. It's that's part of it, right? The scary part of it also comes from you doubting your ability to handle it.
I guess so. I
That
mean,
failure, that like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall flat on my face, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna let people down. And you know what? Some of those things may be true, but in living that and taking that action and going through that, you're going to become so much more equipped to handle those situations. And that's how you get better. There's no other way to do it. There's no shortcuts. You have to go through it and jump off, the edge and see what happens, right?
I agree. But
But
it's
you're
been
going to be able to
easier.
do it, and you don't
It's,
have to do it alone.
I know it's been easier
Mhm.
since I found a business partner
Yeah.
that likes my craziness.
Well, business partners are hard too. Like everyone will tell you, man. Like business partnerships are freaking challenging,
It is.
right? But that's why you find someone that you mesh with well, right? And you date for a while first. Anyway, I know we're getting off topic on that,
Okay.
but yeah, my want is for everyone to think a lot bigger than they're thinking right now. And that includes myself. It's not just everyone else, me too. And I was thinking that what I was going for was big enough, but it's not big enough. It's definitely not big enough.
I love that. We're going to definitely be having another conversation. I know we are. So,
Mm. And
and
I
we'll
really,
have
I
more
got to really
time.
put some thought to it too. I really got to put some thought to it.
No, I'm excited to hear about it because I believe in us, Justin. I really do. I believe that we're on the right track and this is going to be big and we're gonna, yeah, there's a lot of big things coming.
Well, it's just the beginning. It's,
Yeah, exactly.
it's the beginning for everyone. It's the beginning for like, no matter
Yeah,
what.
that's what I'm saying. Like us and our community, like there's no stopping us. We got this. We got. I love y'all. I love all my people.
I love everybody too. I love everybody too. So, yeah, ask yourself, would you wake up early for your family? Would you do that extra work and stay up late for your family? Would you take that leap where you're scared, you don't know if you're going to come down on your feet? Would you take that leap for your family? Right? So,
All right, guys.
yeah.
I want you all to go and have a beautiful rest of your day and reach out to us if you want to know more of what we're doing with our business. Love y'all.
See you guys.